keeping it on the ground with the single back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Taylor wants to throw it. Quarterback adapting. Lets it fly. Finds his man. It's Williams. They finally get him on the ground, and he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
The Bulldogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. To the air on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Quarterback will keep it. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Flips it out on the screen. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a space. Complete to Williams over the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Taylor wants to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that's a welcome sight for this defense, man. You got 4 sacks last week. They talked about it. Getting to the quarterback, pressuring him, making him feel uncomfortable. To do it on the first drive, to set the tone, to show him we're coming just like we were last week. It's a good start by this defense.
Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. 4th down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Dropping back, it's Washington. Got his man on the right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Running inside, it's Williams. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He wants to go deep. Snags it on the right. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And, man, if you want to make big plays down the field, that's how it's done. It starts up front with the offensive line, and he had so much time to go through his progressions and then go through it again, man. So much time in the pocket. He delivers the big play down the field. Kudos to that offensive line right there.
It falls incomplete, and we'll change into the field to get things started back up. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Maryland.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the extra point is good. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Though there are some notable exceptions, typically great pass rushers aren't nose tackles, but that was a great pass rush.
They're not nose tackles usually, those great pass rushers, but they are grown men. I mean, those are some adults in there. Those are the 300-plus pounders that will just destroy you in the run game. But nice job using his hands, using some power to shrink that pocket and get the sack.
The offense set for a first down play. Taylor wants to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to pass, it's Washington. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, what a play to set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covering downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him, get the big sack on fourth down.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
They're trying to run the football. And there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Washington. Throws to the tight end. Makes the catch. It's Fleming. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He's got it on the run. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they take it in for 6 more points. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Taylor wants to throw. Williams open on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Complete. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Looking to throw on first down. He uncorks one deep. They went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
He'll try to do it himself. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Looking long. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
That's a great play by the defensive back.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, going to the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the number 5 team, the BYU Cougars. And it's the Wolverines, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. It gets them to 4-1 on the season, and it's got to be looked at as a solid start. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Comes out ready to go on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. That holding call pushes them back. Now they face a 2nd and 20 here. To the air, it's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And that's the the problem when you're living in second and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass. He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. The run to the left. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Touchdown Bulldog! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And they did tack on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Back to throw, it's Washington. Here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Here's a hit. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbells ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Setting up the screen. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that 1st down marker. It's 4th down. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Snags it, and there's running room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Snagged out of the air. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Gonna look downfield again. That's caught by Williams. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. The Terrapins have their offense in high gear. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I don't think the receiver was expecting that much heat on that throw. He came out at his break, and it's almost as if he thought the quarterback was going to take a bit off of it and give him a chance, but he had no shot on that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Maryland! Made the grab in the end zone.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Taylor wants to throw it. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver, the intended target. As a result, that ball's incomplete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Hunt is on its way. Here's the return. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. One final play before the end of the quarter. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Looking to throw on 1st down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Caught by Williams on the right. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. So first down will open up the final period. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Shoved back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Back to throw. It's Washington. Got a big paw up there and knocks it down incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Back to pass on second down. Going long. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly, can push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
Now staring at a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
In these situations, third and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushers loose. Go get that QB.
No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Kick is in the air. Makes a move. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. to throw. It's Washington. Caught by Williams on the left.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Looking to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
What a clutch stop for this defense. You get in the 4th quarter, you got to make those plays. Get the ball back to your offense in a position now to go take the lead in this ballgame.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. And that fumble recovery has set them up 1st and 10, all tied up here in the 4th. Cornerback Keith knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Taylor wants to throw. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Punt is on its way. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Rushes on him. He's sacked. This defense all over him. We get a timeout here taken by the Terrapins. That will be their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? And the Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Moving out to the right. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And this defense taking matters into their own hands. First down, you get the sack. 2nd down, you force the incompletion. Now sitting in 3rd and long, you got them in their own territory. Big opportunity for this defense to shut this offense down right now.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the middle. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise, you can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The option, he'll keep it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Maryland uses its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. The Terps will use their last timeout. They can't stop it again. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Biggest drive of the game right here as we get close to the end of regulation. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
And these moments can be tight, man. You start looking at that clock, and that thing's staring at you. So I got to pass, I got to pass. Big 4th down and short. You got to get this 1st down. So you got to be thinking about that first before you think about the clock.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Critical juncture in the game late, and you're trying to find your best one-on-one matchup to take advantage of. Of course, it's the tight end. With his size, his wingspan, and his athleticism, really good decision by the quarterback at a crucial juncture in this game.
And the extra point is good. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Washington. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch him, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
He wants a big play here late. Catch inside the 25. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Wants to go right back downfield. Under fire. Stands in and takes the hit. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Man, what a play by the defender. Thrown into the end zone, he swats it away. When a game's this close, this late, that's a play when we look back on this one that maybe helps win the game for this team.
Firing toward the end zone. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.